Hey guys, and welcome. Today we're going to be doing Edexcel A-Level Biology B revision, and we are doing link reaction and Krebs cycle. Okay, so pyruvate is produced in glycolysis. We went over that previously. Then it enters the matrix of the mitochondria where it will undergo the link reaction and then the Krebs cycle. Again, this is only when oxygen is available. So firstly, the link reaction. Here, pyruvate is oxidized as it loses hydrogen atoms to NAD, and so the NAD will be reduced to NADH, and here we will form ATP. Then decarboxylation occurs and we'll have the removal of carbon, and so we'll have CO2 as a waste product. So the remaining will have an acetyl group because we have only 2 carbon atoms left, and then it will be combined with a coenzyme A to form acetyl-CoA. Right, the Krebs cycle. So the Krebs cycle produces reduced coenzymes NADH and FADH, and that is through oxidization of the molecules produced using acetyl-CoA from the link reaction. So energy from the reduced coenzymes will be used to produce ATP, and that is through oxidative phosphorylation, and that occurs in the electron transport chain later on. So 2 carbon atoms are added to the cycle by acetyl-CoA here, and the 2 carbon atoms are removed to form CO2. This is decarboxylation. We have here and here. And the coenzyme A is recycled to be used again in the link reaction. This is that bit will be used in the link reaction again, and 1 molecule of ATP is produced per acetyl-CoA by substrate level phosphorylation. The cycle reforms the 4-carbon compound that combines with acetyl-CoA. Okay, talking about this. So what happens here briefly, we've got a 4-carbon compound that combines with a 2-carbon compound acetyl-CoA to make a 6-carbon compound. And then the 6-carbon compound will undergo decarboxylation to remove 1 CO2, and it will then undergo decarboxylation again to remove another CO2 to get the 4-carbon compound. Then we have from the 4-carbon compound, 6-carbon compound, ATP produced. We also have 3 NADs, NADH, so 3 reduced coenzymes of NAD and 1 reduced coenzyme of FAD, it's producing FADH. These will go to the electron transport chain. Okay, the diagram on the right shows some of the stages in the Krebs cycle. Production of reduced coenzyme has not been shown, okay? So describe the formation of the 6-carbon compound shown. So we said that the 2 carbon atoms from acetyl-CoA is added to the 4-carbon molecule, and so that forms a 6-carbon molecule. Give the name of molecule X. So if we look at molecule X, it's going from a 4-carbon compound to a 6-carbon compound. If we look at this diagram again, the 4-carbon compound to 6-carbon compound, we have ATP. That's given off, therefore X is ATP. Give the name of molecule Y, justify your answer. So molecule Y is from a 5-carbon compound to a 4-carbon compound. If we look from a 5-carbon compound to a 4-carbon compound, we have CO2 given off, therefore it is carbon dioxide, and that's because the number of carbons in the cycle falls by 1, so therefore it has to be carbon dioxide that's given off. Right. Discuss the effect of a lack of acetyl-CoA on the Krebs cycle. Okay, so coenzyme A is needed to convert pyruvate to acetyl-CoA. That's in the link reaction, and so it is acetyl-CoA that combines with a 4-carbon compound in the Krebs cycle, and so it will form a 6-carbon compound. And that will be used as starting material for the Krebs cycle. So without CoA, this reaction would not be possible, and the reactions of the Krebs cycle would not continue. Therefore, because pyruvate would build up, and so carbon dioxide production would stop, and therefore we won't have any reduced NAD and reduced FAD in the Krebs cycle, and so we won't have the electron transport chain functioning, and so ATP would not be produced. And that's it.